Welcome everybody to the closing bell chart chat for YouTube. We got to get the algorithm. We got to get this special algorithm. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, TBP, one of our big movers right now. This thing is exploding. If you were smart enough to be on our subscriber list, on our Telegram, you'd have gotten the alert way back. You'd have gotten that alert. You'd have been in on this TBP. We said this thing is going up 42 cents. Today, this is, and this is the charts. We're not making opinions about stocks, but today it's 42 cents. Probably I think the cat is out of the bag. The horse is out of the barn. The cow is out of the barn. This 40-cent level, it's gone. This is going to be probably $1 stock within 10 days. I would say 2 weeks roughly. Next week, probably we're going to be in the 50-cent range, break out of there. Within 2 weeks, we'll be at $1. This is exactly it's like CBDT part 2. It's the same movie. You saw this before from November when CBDT was a nickel, went to 250. Same thing again. And of course, we got Calvin Ting, our penny stock billionaire. Calvin, I did a special video for you. It's on TikTok. Unfortunately, it's on TikTok. We're on the TikTok. Special video. Check it out. You have to join our TikTok channel or the TikTok thing. If you want the TikTok, press the link in the video description below. On TikTok, our thing I think is called Pennystock Billionaire Gang is the name of the TikTok channel. This is where only special penny stocks in there, and of course, we have a special video for Calvin in there. Just fresh out of the wrapper, just came out about 10 minutes ago. Okay, so TBP exploding. We got 17 minutes before we close here, 16 minutes. What is happening right now? Yeah, so this is a very important day. This is what's happening. The chart action today really validates that this thing has legs. A lot of people were doubting the stock. They weren't sure if it could, break out of 20 cents, 30 cents. And today, it's basically proven that it can. This is, every stock goes through this, and look at this beautiful chart. I don't know how to draw this thing for you, but you can see the pennant. The pennant was forming. I think I sent out that on Telegram, on Twitter, or whatever. You saw that little pennant drawing. Here we go. It broke right out of that pennant. I think what 45 cents? Did we touch 45 cents? My thing is not working. I can't even tell. But this is it. I think this is it. This is the moment. We're going to see this at much higher levels coming up. And again, Sean thinks this is going to be a $20 stock. I'm in agreement. Well, not this week, but listen, if it goes to $5, I'm sure everybody here watching will be very happy. So Dwight, number one, always. Susan, Calvin, James, Gilbert with the Jaguar, Les Jaguars de Montreal. Oui. All right, the red WSR license plate. Definitely going to the moon. TBP $5 year end. I think that's a good shot. I mean, yeah, I think $5 it has a good shot of getting there at $5. And from there it could be $7, $10. It's not going to be $20 in a month. I know that's not going to happen. It's going to take a while. Let's first get to $1, then we can get to $2 after that. We'll get the 4, 5, 7, and let's see what happens after that. Let's see where they at. 1.1 million warrants. Is that what you bought? You got 1 million warrants in 600,000. This guy's loaded up. He's backing up the truck. Oh my God. Yes, a TBP looking amazing. 44 TBP, 44.5 cents. So we have two stocks next week that are in the charts. Actually look very, very similar. And what's interesting is that we got Sean, the penny stock billionaire of Toronto, who is A fan of both. I think Sean has been in SHG since 8 cents, and he's holding till $10. He thinks it's going to $10. He hasn't sold a penny, and that's what he's saying. I mean, I don't know. I've not seen this. No, I think I kind of believe him. I think he's not a flipper to make 5%. He's there to make, you know, massive wins, which is what we're all about. Our next super stocks, everything we bring you, all these stocks, they have that 10x to 100x upside potential. We've seen already 7 of them have increased between 1,400% or 1,000% and 5,000% in the last 12, 18 months. We have a whole bunch more that are up 300, 500%. Yeah, I can't even count those. Too many doubles. But yeah, we're looking for those 1,000%, 10 baggers, 100 baggers. TBP is looking great. I think, again, next week we're going to see 50 cents plus. It might consolidate in the 50, 70 range. I think the next real move is that 50, somewhere between 50 and 70 cents is going to form another pennant, and then it could break out to $1 from there. But let's see what other stocks are positioned for a massive move next week. I believe SHG is one of them. Take a look at this chart. Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible. So broke out of this moving average. $1.32. That was a lot of resistance in that $1.32 range, and it broke out of there. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty clear shot to $2. I mean, I think it's $2 by early next week. I don't know. I'm actually surprised at why it's been so kind of relatively quiet, moving up. This thing definitely should be. I mean, really, this thing should be $1.75 today. I'm really surprised that Skylight is not $1.75, $2 today. They got the Nasdaq news probably. I mean, this could be dropping any day. So this stock, next time you see this live stream, I think next time you see Brad, the CEO, in the live stream, this company is going to have a Nasdaq symbol. That's going to be a big deal. Okay, so what other stocks do we have that are moving right now? What else is looking good? VST, this one has been sneaking up. This has been kind of on a slow boil. I mean, it's kind of made this pop, then it's pulled back. I mean, I think we're going to see back to $1 within the next week or so, 10 days. I don't know why it's been so slow to move. It's these things are strange, but this is going to be, I think, a big winner, especially once they start doing those spin outs. Then the market is really going to start paying attention to this stock. Yeah, there you go. It was CBII, 26 cents. Yeah. So VST, I believe, is going to be a big winner. Happy. Here's a stock. I am shocked that, again, I'm really shocked that this thing is not taking off. It's at the 52-week low. So this is actually, it's down from where we introduced it. We introduced it at like 70 cents, 73 cents, 50. So it's down 50%, 40%. After a nice little move, it looked like it was going to break out. This is bizarre. But we've seen this movie before. We've seen this type of thing happen before. This happened with Fans Unite. If anybody remembers when we introduced Fans, I think it was like, I don't know, it was 30 cents. It was like down for a couple months. And then it became a 10 bagger plus. Cytodyne dropped 25, 30%. And then it became a 20 bagger from 50 cents to $10.01. So I think we're going to see the same thing happen with Happy. I mean, the market, their opportunity to go in after it's a huge market. I mean, this thing is incredible. Feelings on demand. It's amazing. Anybody that wants to learn the story, check out their video. GBLC, let's take a look at GBLC. I think Calvin is in the stock also. So GBLC, this thing could start making a move here. It's what's interesting is that it's held up pretty well here. in this 13-cent range. Obviously, you would like to see it, consolidating in a higher range, but it's been kind of building a base here. And I think we could start moving up right about now, like right in the next week or so. So it's got to break out above that 20 cents. And once it breaks out of 20 cents, we could see much higher price. I mean, I think if it breaks out of 20 cents, this could be $1 stock. I know it sounds crazy, but we've seen crazier things happen. Liquid Avatar. What is going on? The other day it looked bullish, and now it's kind of pulling back. This is a little bit annoying because right here on April 26th, which was only 4 days ago, it was Monday, this thing looks like it was going to go into bazooka mode, but it pulled back. Very strange, very strange. What other stocks do we have that are in a good position for next week? Let's go to Visby, actually. Let's take a look at Visby. Again, Visby's stock is holding up well. I'm surprised it hasn't reacted more positively to the recent news. And we're going to get Jay back on our live stream shortly. We're going to get him on shortly. It's time to do an update. I think this stock is going to be at least a $2 stock this year. TBP. All right, 10 minutes. All right, TBP. PKK, this is the volcano. So PKK, this is one of the most interesting stocks we have right now. I'll tell you, this thing is amazing. Look at this. I mean, we've been talking about this thing. I've been saying it's going to break. It's going to break out. It looks like it's breaking out since how long? Since February. It's been this consolidation. It's amazing. But let me tell you something. When this thing blows up, it's going to go to $5 like overnight. I mean, it's going to be like $5 in a heartbeat. I think what's happening is they're doing this financing, which is kind of keeping a lid on things. I mean, if you look at this chart, you can see this. I mean, it's almost like somebody is just trying to keep this below $3. I mean, it's amazing. Every time it tries to go above $3, somebody pushes it down. But it keeps bouncing back up. It's like a boiling pot. You have that pressure. This pressure built. This buying pressure. This buying coming in. So it's just kind of rattling. It's like a boiling pot, and the top is like rattling. This stuff spilling out. But at some point, it's just gonna blow up, and it's gonna go to like 450. I mean, like overnight, and then $5, maybe $7. I think it's a $5-7 target minimum. And this is stock, again, we introduced this at 40 cents, I think it was, back in, when was this? I think September 1st. I think it was September 1st. And what's interesting is this stock dropped after we announced it. It took a while for this thing to get traction. It took about a month. And then all of a sudden, little by little, it started moving. So the same thing happens with... I think the same thing is happening with a couple of these stocks, like like Happy. I think Happy is going to be one of the big winners, but right now it is, let's see, Trip. Let's take a look at Trip. So Trip also is looking good. I haven't looked at the chart all day today. I'm sorry. Yeah, this thing is looking pretty good. I mean, it was ready to go this week. It broke out, then it came back down under this moving average. It should have stayed higher, so I'm a little bit disappointed. It's still a pretty good support range here, so it needs. I think with a little boost here, it needs to settle above that 40 cents, and then it can go significantly higher. But this shows you this 3-day move. Shows you there's a lot of eyes on the stock, a lot of interest in the stock. And I think, look at this chart. This is the 1 hour chart. You get this nice like pennant formation here. So if you look at the this chart, it's actually still above the 50 period moving average. So this is actually looking pretty good. The daily chart, not as good. But the hourly, which is the more close-up reality of the market, pretty good. So this could, break out of this 35-cent range and go significantly higher. You got support here in the 32-cent range. If it breaks below 32, it could go to 22. So the main thing is the company's if they put out some good news next week, this thing can blow right through the roof. We got 3 minutes to go. TBP, this is going to close at 50 cents today. Is TBP going to close at 50 cents? This is the question of the day. I don't think it's going to get to 50 cents today. But it is in the, wow. I mean, this is like somebody really, really wants to buy this stock. It's amazing. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Wow, the 5-minute chart is actually showing some action. You got a little profit taking here, of course. I mean, who wouldn't take profits here? 44.5 cents. It's a big number for this stock. 44.5 cents. I mean, it's already moved. How much today? A nickel. I mean, when was the last time the stock moved a nickel? It's amazing. This is next week. Watch what happens. Look at this. It's holding up above the moving average. 41 cents. You have key support right in this 41-cent range. And it's holding very strong. I think it'll probably close 42 cents. We'll know in 2 minutes. What else next week is looking good? ESE, we're going to have Conrad on, the CEO, next week. The stock is actually in a pretty good position to run. Once it gets above this 255 range, you could see new highs. So it's got to break out above this 255 range next week. So peak, again, peak. Logical, also in that same position. They're doing the financing, so they're in like quiet mode. It's at the key support right here. I think it's a pretty good buy here. Again, we're not giving investment advice. I said, let me run that banner again. So if anybody is just tuning in just now, nothing here is an opinion. Nothing here is a recommendation. It's all opinion, not a recommendation to buy or sell securities, all that other nonsense. We have all the disclaimers in our link in the video description. This is the deal. They got. I think the market's waiting for some news. Conrad said they got 100 million in revenues worth of acquisitions in the pipeline. You got to deliver now. We got to see some acquisitions. We got to see a couple of acquisitions. So if they make a couple of announcements, they close a couple of deals, you're going to see that thing go. Let's run this. Okay, by the way, we're on Discord. We're on Telegram. Click the link in the video description below. Join the channel. And here we go. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Where is my TBP? $0.41. 41 cents. I can't believe it didn't close at 42 cents. That's really where it should have closed. But let's see. Let's do the 5 minute. Profit taking. Look at this profit taking. Yeah. They sold off at the end. There we go. Right below that moving average. So let's see. So again, 2 days. It's a 2 day. The weekend is 2 days. So we don't know where this thing is going to open up. But overall, next week is looking really good. I mean, this chart is pretty impressive. This 1 hour chart, I mean, it's going up, it consolidates, it's trying to break out. If you look at what happened in TBP the last 2 hours, this chart tells you everything you need to know. I mean, it was ready to break out 3 o'clock, like this thing just wanted to go right through the roof, to go right to $1. And then you had some profit taking, probably, I don't know, maybe some short sellers, I don't know. But I'm actually shocked that you had selling going into that type of strength. That's crazy. But yeah, they sold off. And we're gonna have to pick up next week at 40 cents at a new high level. Stock is looking really good for next week. Again, I think easy 50 cents next week. It probably is gonna consolidate a 50-60 cent range next week. Between 50 and 60 cents, I think we're going to close out next week. After that, it's going to be in that range for a little while. 70 cents will be at $1, within a few weeks, I believe. And once this thing is $1, it's going to bring in a whole new set of eyeballs, and then it can go ballistic. I mean, then it's going to go completely crazy because people don't believe this thing. They haven't believed it. But once they see that this thing holds $1, yeah. So Anthony believes peak is going straight to $10. You know what? I think it could be right. That would make it a 25 bagger. That would be our second. No, that would be our second 20x bagger because we introduced it at 40 cents. So yeah, 50, 60 cents next week. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. That is it. The market is now closed officially. And the stocks looked pretty good. Trip actually closed decent position in this chart here. 1 hour chart, short term. Next week is gonna be pretty good. How did SHG? $1.60, not bad. Very similar to TBP. This is the 1 hour chart. Look at this. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I mean, this thing wanted to go up. It was ready to explode, go straight to $2, and you had some selling come in. So that's actually, I think that's pretty good. Will they? I don't think so. I mean, unless they're going to go to the Nasdaq. I mean, that's way off, long way off. I'm not. It's not even an issue. So that is the deal. Again, if you're just tuning in, click the like, subscribe button, join the YouTube channel, become a member of the $9.99 thing. What does that give you? What does it give you? I'm not even sure now. What does it give? Oh yeah, it gives you access to the live chat. I didn't turn it on for this one. So we had a couple of freeloaders sneak in here. We had some freeloaders here, but that's okay. It gives them a taste for the premium model. But anyway, all right. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for those who participated in this week's live stream. We'll see you next week. We're gonna have some really exciting things next week. I think next week is gonna be we're back. I mean, things are back in action. The last few weeks, we had a 2-month period between February 14th and just April 20th, about 2 months where the market was basically, just doing a normal correction. You're just your normal 50% correction across the board in penny stocks. And now we're back. So I think we're going to see some good opportunities here. And hope you all make a lot of money. Hope you all make 100 baggers and go straight to the Lambo dealers this weekend. Pick out the cars, sit inside and smell the leather.